In this short video, I'm going to give you a quick demo of a new set of tools that we're developing. Whenever you launch a new SaaS product, there's always a handful of things that you end up doing. You have to have things like user registration. You often need to have a support for teams and inviting team members. You need to have things like payments so people can subscribe and actually pay you for your product on some kind of monthly basis. So we decided to go ahead and just create various modules that we can compose and launch instantly so that you can get that straight out of the gate and not have to spend weeks or months developing those things. We've already got a few things developed and we've got a few more things in the works, but I wanted to go ahead and give you a preview. So with that said, let's just go ahead and kick off a new project and you can see where we are. And don't worry, there won't be a lot of code here. It's just me kicking off a quick command so you can see how this works, and then we'll be looking at a web browser. So with that said, let's just start. So we got CST is our command, and we're going to say launch. And we're launching a new product ourselves called Lead Jetty. And I'm going to include the Teams module for now. Now this will take a few seconds to run. It's going to do a whole bunch of commands here. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and we'll pick back up when it's done. Okay, so that took maybe 20 to 30 seconds, and now you can see here we actually have a server running on localhost 3000. So let's open up a web browser and take a look at what we have. Alright, so in my web browser I'm just going to go to localhost 3000. Now obviously you could run this on a server on the web and put this on your own domain. It's going to take a couple of seconds to compile all the CSS and stuff, but as you can see here, we called it Lead Jetty and we have a Lead Jetty app running. Okay, so let's just take a quick look at some of the features that exist. So I mentioned user registration. So you have this nice looking registration form. I'll just enter in my email address, steven@centralstandard.tech, put a password, and clicking register is going to open a new tab, and this happens because we're in development, so we're running this on my computer. On the web, this is just going to trigger an email, but this is simulating an email being sent. So we have this, confirm your email thing, which is an important thing to do. So back over here, you can see that it's saying, okay, we're sending you a confirmation link. So this is what the user would actually see, and then they would go to their email and open up something like this. Click confirm my account. Now it's bringing me back here and asking me to log in. So I enter my same details again and put my password, and now I'm in. So one quick note, everything you see here can be customized and changed completely, but this just serves as a base for you to work off of so that you get productive on your actual important business logic faster. So as you can see here, we're saying this is where your user dashboard will be. There's really nothing here. We just put a little placeholder in. So first of all, let's take a look at your account preferences. So obviously you have a logout link, which does exactly what you expect. If you go to your preferences, we've got a form that we started out here. So you can add a name to your account, you can change your email, time zone, so on and so forth. That being said, you could add all sorts of preferences here. This is just a starting point for you to add those things. I'm going to go ahead and just add my name, and we'll save that. And once I add my name, you'll see that this actually changed color up here. So this is being based on, and it changed to say my name. This is just a little thing that we put in, sort of like how Google or Gmail is. You can obviously change that, use user-generated photos or whatever you want for the icon, but it's kind of just a nice starting point. There's also a change your password, which we won't do right now, but if you click that, you can come here, you can change your password, and you can actually cancel the account. So this has a lot of things that are not really in the interface that are already pre-built that are important to have. So for example, if I go to centralstandardtechnologies.com, or if I change my email to that, we can see what it's going to do. So it's going to open a new thing and do the email confirmation again. Again, that would send an email if you're in the actual app. So now if I click this link, which again would be sent to an email address, and I would have to own the email address, we can see here that now my email is that. Now if I don't ever click that link, my email won't change. And that's because we don't want to change to an email address that you don't actually own. So it's really a security thing. So that's basic user preferences and management. Let's take a really quick look at the teams. So right now it's saying, no teams yet. Click below to add one, and then I have a My Teams link, which if I click My Teams, we'll just see it's an empty list right now, so there's nothing there. So what I'm going to do is click New Team, and I'm just going to call it like Ford Motors or something. I mean, it doesn't matter, whatever you want to call it. So we'll create the team, and then here we see Team Ford Motors was successfully created, and then up here in the nav, now I have a Ford Motors showing up in this drop down. And so what this means is Ford Motors is currently active. Let's add one more team, and let's just call it Chevy. So I'm working for both companies apparently. So now I have both teams here. So what this does, this is a utility where things that you're showing on your dashboard are going to be related specifically to whatever team you're currently logged in as, which makes sense, right? So right now, if we had some user, if we had more content on the dashboard related to stats for company performance or something like that, I would be seeing Chevy, and if I click this, I would be seeing Ford Motors. And so anytime you change, you're going to see this message. You just switch to Ford Motors workspace. So let's go take a look at the team screen now. One thing I want to point out before we keep going is that most SaaS products that I use and that I've seen have some concept of a team. It may be the case that you don't want to present the user experience in this way. That's perfectly fine. But you still will need a lot of the same back-end logic, which is really what this is meant to showcase. So let's go ahead and jump into one of these teams by clicking Manage Team and take a look at what we have. So only the owner of the team will see this delete button. So that's an important thing to point out because you don't want anybody just to be able to delete a team. And only admin will be able to actually edit the name of the team or even get to this screen in the first place. So let's look at, so you can change the name of the team here obviously, which is kind of basic. Let's look at the members. So right now I'm the only member and it's telling me I'm the owner over here. So let's add a couple of members and see what that looks like. So let's just say I have Bob at Ford.com. Now online, if this was deployed to a server, this would actually send an email. Right now it won't. So let's just add this member and see what it looks like. So basically it's showing us existing members and people who've been invited but haven't accepted yet. So let's look at how we can accept this invitation. So if I open up a new incognito window, I'll be logged out in this window. And again, on the real app, emails will be sent that trigger some of this behavior, but for now I'm just going to show you what happens. So I'm going to look at Bob at Ford.com, and I obviously don't own that email address. But I don't need to because on my development thing it's going to open in a new tab with my click here kind of thing, right? So I need to actually copy this link. So it's telling me to confirm bob4.com, and in my same incognito window I'm going to just visit that link. Okay, so my email address has been confirmed, bob@ford.com. Okay. So now I've logged in and I'm account number 2 here, which is just the ID in the database, and this is a brand new app and there's only 2 people, so that's why it says that. So if I go to My Teams now, it's going to tell me I've been invited to Ford Motors. So if I accept this, now it's just going to tell me I'm a member, this is the team I'm logged in as, so it says current, and then leave team. I have the option to leave. So if I go back over to my other window, so not the email, sorry for all the various screens, but I'm simulating multiple users here. So if I refresh this screen, now I can see bob@ford.com in my list, and I can either revoke access or I can make him an admin. So if I go ahead and make him an admin, we'll see what that looks like. It just updates the status to say admin, and now my action item here is to remove his admin status. That's basically it for managing your team. You can use those various status to create different authentication levels, or authorization levels rather, within your app. So there's handy little methods and code for that already pre-built for you. So that's kind of the point here, is you can already get a lot of work done just immediately. Take advantage of work that we've already done. In the near future, we'll be rolling out the payments module, which probably will be a new tab here on the team. So your team, somebody on the team, the owner or an admin will need to add a credit card or something like that and pick a plan and so on and so forth. So there will be a nice screen for managing that. But that's basically it for now. If you're interested in talking with us about this a little bit further and finding out how you can use it, just email me at steven@centralstandard.tech, which I've been using throughout the video. And that's about it. I'll be posting plenty of more videos as we roll out new features. And if you were to start using this platform soon, any new feature that we roll out, you'll get access to. So there's that. But anyway, I'll talk to you next time in a new video shortly.